Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. We're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up. I'm going to light some sage here, my sage and lavender, just because the energy's been a little intense. So I want to just kind of get some good vibes here going. And see what message is coming up here for the next 24 hours. Now, I am setting the intention for the 20th. However, depending on where you are in the world, the 20th may have already come and gone. Or you might see this video in a few weeks, a few months. So just setting the intention for 24 hours from whenever you happen to see it. And just see what message is coming up here for the collective. Couple more shuffles here. Two more. All right. So the message we have coming up is this one here. Oh, yikes. We have the Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords can come up in a few different ways. Okay? Seven of Swords can sometimes be a warning to us that we need to be cautious because we may be dealing with people that are stepping up and acting like they want to help us, but really what's going on is they're trying to benefit in some way. Typically, this is going to be someone who is trying to get into your pants, or trying to get into your pockets, or trying to get into your pockets through your pants, or somebody who's trying to get ideas from you, like say you guys are collaborating or you're working together and they may be trying to steal your ideas. However, and this could be the vibe of it for some of you. Some of you could be experiencing Seven of Swords in this way. However, the vibe that I'm getting from this card, I'm getting a twofold vibe. One is that you need to be in the energy of caution in terms of how you're stepping through a situation. Like Spirit is showing me, like there's this running stream and you're trying to cross the stream and you have to be very cautious, like you're stepping on rocks to get across the stream because you don't want to get swept up in the current. It's like you're trying not to end up in the water and you're stepping on these rocks. So it's kind of like looking where you step, stepping cautiously, planning your steps. The other aspect that I'm getting from the Seven of Swords, I feel this sneaky energy is more of an instigator. Not so much a thief, not so much somebody who's coming in and trying to take something from you, but it feels to me like it's someone who's trying to stir up trouble, or they're trying to help they're acting like they want to help in a situation. I just heard good cop, bad cop. So I don't know if some of you are in a situation at work where maybe like you're kind of under review, or they're like trying to figure out if you did something wrong. Maybe somebody complained, or they're investigating something, trying to get to the bottom of something. Or if you belong to an organization and maybe in this organization they're investigating something, or they're trying to get to the bottom of something, and or it could be a family matter, but there could be something here where there's some kind of drama, there's some kind of conflict, and people are trying to get to the bottom of what happened and who is at fault, who is in the wrong. And so I feel like the Seven of Swords is someone coming to you, trying to get you to slip up and say something that they're going to be able to blow out of proportion and just go and be like, oh my gosh, they said this, they said that, or they confessed this to me, or they confessed that to me. I feel like this is someone who, for whatever reason, maybe they're just very bored in their life, or maybe this gives them a sense of power. Someone is instigating something. And so you have to be cautious what you're saying. They might act like they're here and they have your back. And they might even say things about other people. Like, oh, I know this person is so self-righteous, or I know this person is such a hypocrite, or oh gosh, I know this person's so annoying, or this person's so incompetent. They may even say things to get you to think that, like, they think what's going on is nonsense, and like it's all ridiculous, and they just want you to let your guard down and start talking. But be very cautious. I would say don't even say anything to this person, because I feel like this is someone who's going to twist things around and is going to stir up drama. Be careful and be cautious of anybody who's coming up to you and saying to you, like complaining, just complaining about people, complaining about situations. You might not even contribute to the conversation. You might just simply be like, oh, okay, oh man, I'm sorry, oh, I didn't know that, oh, that really sucks. And you might just be trying to be like a sympathetic ear to this person, and you're not contributing. You're not saying anything bad about anybody. You're not adding to the the discussion. But yet, don't be surprised. They'll turn around and they'll say, oh my gosh, you don't believe what this person said about you. I was talking to them the other day, and they're going to say that you said all the things they were saying. So just be cautious, anybody who's being negative. If you have people around you right now who are being negative, who are speaking ill of other people, just be cautious and be careful, because they're going to turn around and they're going to say you're the one who said it, or they're going to pull you into the drama, or they're acting like they want to help you and they're on your side, but they're stirring the pot. That's the feeling and the vibe I'm getting from this Seven of Swords. Like I said, traditionally it could be someone who's trying to steal in some way, and so it's always good to be cautious in that way or in that aspect, especially if you are collaborating with someone or exchanging ideas with someone. It's always a good idea to protect your work, not to show them everything. But for the majority of you, I feel like you have to step cautiously, because there are people who are creating drama or creating problems. I feel for some of you, this may also be like you're seeing telltale signs that it's time to go. Like it's time to look for another job, or it's time to leave a living situation or living arrangement. You might start to feel, oh, things are getting weird here with the people I'm living with, or it's starting to get a little tense and I don't like the energy. Or it could be an organization that you belong in, or it could be a neighborhood or a community or something. But you may be starting to see telltale signs that it's time to go. But with the Seven of Swords says, step lightly, step quietly. This is not a time to broadcast all of your plans to everybody. This is not the time to tell everybody what you're up to or what you're thinking about doing. This is about making those moves in silence and just doing what you need to do. Some of you may even choose to keep certain things from very close friends. Maybe you have like a best friend, and there might be things you're not telling your best friend right now about things you're working on, or plans that you have, or people that you're getting to know, or people that you're talking to. You might just kind of feel like this is the time to keep things close to your chest. And so it's just, moving quietly, and getting out of dodge for some of you. I don't normally pull clarifiers for the card of the day, but I feel like I want to do that right now, so we're going to do that. Please show us clarifier 1. Please show us clarifier 2. Please show us clarifier 3. Okay. Alrighty. Oh. There could be a religious aspect for some of you, or something about commitment, or somebody you're wanting to commit to. Holy cannoli. Holy cannoli. Holy cannoli. Okay, wow. This is massive. This is massive. Okay, All three of the clarifiers are major arcana. So this is a big shift, my darlings. A big, 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 big shift. Okay? The energies are intense right now. There's a reason why I lit the sage and the lavender. We're all going through big shifts, big releases. We're all being in situations where we're having to take a stand in terms of our beliefs, our ethics, our morals, our priorities, our principles. And so in this way and in this sense, this is a big, big, big crossroads. This is a big shift. Major arcana cards coming in back to back for me in a reading tells me big changes in a short period of time. Now, I feel for a lot of you, the 24 hours with the Seven of Swords, you might not be taking the steps in the 24 hours, but it's going to be very clear to you that it needs to be done, and you've got to get your plan in motion. And the fact that I have three major arcana cards coming in back to back tell me that things are going to happen very quickly thereafter. Now, we have Scorpio repeating with the Emperor and the Death card. So there's definitely a Scorpio element here. If you have a Scorpio placement, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio, maybe double Scorpio for some of you. There could be an influence, but keep in mind Scorpio is about endings and new beginnings. It's the phoenix rising from the ashes. So there's a sense of like reinventing yourself here. Reinventing yourself, but reinventing yourself in the way in which you're embracing your truths and your foundations. So there may have been things happening for you up until now where it's been taking you away from your essence, your authenticity, your roots, and now you're returning to your roots. You're returning to your authenticity. You're going to have big decisions to make. It's scary. You might be noticing that there's people around you that you can't trust, and that can feel terrifying. But remember what I say about the Hierophant. The Hierophant basically comes up to remind us that this is a time to make decisions based on faith and not in fear. Anytime we make fear-based decisions, things crumble and things fall apart. We don't have permanence. But when we make a decision based on our beliefs, our ethics, our priorities, our morals, that's when we align with people that we can trust, people who have our back, people who are united with us in the direction in which we are going. And that's how we create and establish permanence in our life. And so a lot of you are going to be in a time where you're taking a stand for your beliefs. You may be in a climate where it's not so safe to be open about that stance. You don't have to be a martyr. You don't have to go and start screaming from the rooftops and telling everybody, I don't care, I disagree with you, and this is what I think. And you don't have to draw negative attention to yourself. You can, and there's no harm, no foul in just sneaking away, sauntering off, and going to where you're going to be able to live in your truth and to do your work and to do what you're feeling guided to do. Because each person must make their stand and make their choice. And so this is not the time to be a martyr. This is not the time to, throw yourself into the den with the lions, because you may have important work to do and you may have big blessings that you're meant to experience. And instead of putting that focus on aggravation, rivalry, conflict, putting that energy rather into creating and building, you can have happiness if you give yourself permission to have happiness. Okay? So step cautiously, step quietly. Not everybody needs to know what you're up to right now, but this is like the return to yourself, the return to your essence, the return of your power. Some of you may have been in a situation where you've been giving up your power, and I feel a sense of like taking back your power. Okay? There could even be things here in terms of authority, realizing that authority often is an illusion. The only authority really is God, is universe. Anything before that is an illusion. And the sense here, there could be also something in terms of masculine energy, right? Maybe some of you are revisiting your beliefs on masculinity and masculine energy. And maybe some of you are realizing that you want to be in your masculine energy and not feel guilty or bad or ashamed about it. That masculine is not necessarily something toxic. And maybe some of you have been like, well, I don't need masculine energy. I don't need, masculine energy in my life, and I can do everything by myself, and I'm my own masculine and my own feminine, and I don't need anybody else. You might be opening up to inviting masculine energy into your life and having an appreciation for it. This is something, I'm going to say, just my own personal opinion, something that's come to me through prayer and through meditation over the past several months. There is a lot of lower vibrations, lower entities that want to stifle masculine energy, or to make the masculine appear in its sense to be evil, and it's not. We need masculine energy. We need that just as much as we need feminine energy. And there's been a lot of praising of the feminine and a lot of villainizing of the masculine. And so maybe some of you have been afraid of your own masculine energy as a result. And so there could be something here finally coming into balance, having a healthy balance, and embracing that masculine energy and owning it and using it productively in the way that it was intended. Okay? Coming into true leadership, protection, true masculine strength in that way. So I thank you all for reaching out to check out your daily message. If you haven't checked out the weekly forecast, those are linked in the description of the video. If you want to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. And love readings for July are also linked in the description of the video. August love readings will be up soon. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous day ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.